Well, if you're one of those who actually browses Zomato Gold, Dine Out, or Easy Diner to find those attractive, big, huge deals on your favorite restaurants, then you must stick around to watch this video further. I'm Sakshi, and my colleague Priyanka is here with me. You're watching Reporter's Take, and we are here to talk about what is now going to be unlikely that you are going to get these deep discounts on your favorite restaurants. Thanks a lot, Priyanka, for joining in. Well, what we are hearing is most of the restaurants who are available on these platforms, on Zomato Gold or Dine Out or Easy Diner, are actually wanting to pull out of these deep discounts. So what are the reasons behind those?
Well, Sakshi, as we speak, you rightly pointed out that most of these restaurants have actually gone ahead and expressed their concern, stating that they are actually incurring huge amount of losses because of the discounts that are to be funded by the restaurants on these online platforms.
Right.
Now, what has started to happen, and there have been some online petitions filed by a bunch of these restaurants stating that apart from the 25% commission that these restaurants pay to the likes of Zomato, Easy Diner and the others, there's also another 50 to 60% of a discounting that is available on the online aggregators.
Sure.
Now they've also gone ahead to claim that just 10% of that discount is actually funded by these aggregators, while the rest 90% actually comes from the pockets of these restaurants.
Right.
Now, turns out that, over a period of time, the orders of these restaurants must have increased given the fact that their presence online have actually boosted their order numbers. But having said that, we'll have to look at the larger picture, which is that, eventually if these restaurants do not get to sell their products at a at a robust margin, they'll always face difficulty in growing their business going forward. So this is what the restaurants are finding difficult to sustain with as of now.
Absolutely, and I'm sure their margins also would be getting affected because of these huge discounts on top of the commission that they're already giving to these kind of aggregators as well. But what is important to understand is that this discounting space has actually just started off recently, and over a period of time we have been seeing newer players entering the market as well. And just when we already thought that all this was getting hunky-dory, it was getting stabilized, and I'm sure all these deals would have been sorted out with the restaurants earlier as well, when they were all coming together for a collaboration as well. So what has really gone wrong?
So, well, let me help you understand that initially when something happens, everyone looks forward to it, and people actually try to understand so what is the best way forward for them.
Yeah.
The same phenomena happened with the food aggregator industry, so as to say. But like I pointed out, even in my previous story, we had a discussion. There are a lot of short-term, methods through which a lot of these aggregators are trying to make quick money.
Yeah.
Increasing the price of the products in the menu, in the online menu versus the offline menu was one of the things which you discussed earlier.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of these restaurants are asked to fund these discounts. So if something comes for ₹50, they are asked to give an over and above discount of, say, like ₹40% or 25% or 30% on that.
Right.
Now, over a period of time, a lot of these restaurants have realized that this is not something which is going to be sustainable for the long run. And that is the bone of contention that you're having here, because if this is to be an initial period offer, or this is to be an introductory offer, nobody will complain any which way.
Yeah.
But if this is to sustain, if there's no timeline for that, if there's no certainty as to by when will they have to keep continuing this funding, and always remember that unlike most of these aggregators, these restaurants are not funded by the foreign venture capital funds.
Oh, yes.
So the money that they have in their bank is pretty limited as compared to what the aggregators perhaps would be having.
Absolutely. So what is the stance of these restaurants? You would have spoken to a couple of them to really understand what they are saying.
So, well, Zomato has actually, the restaurants have, while Zomato has said that, they are looking into the matter, the restaurants have actually stated very categorically that the deep discounting needs to end right now, and they are also planning to reach out to the Competition Commission of India to see whether or not there could be something that they can do here. And at the same time, they're requesting for a level playing field between the online and the offline players. I should also point out that these restaurants are the ones who are also getting a lot of competition from dark kitchens. Now, in principle, what these dark kitchens are is actually a lot of these aggregators themselves run private label brands, which are owned by these aggregators, or they have indirect or direct stake in these companies. Now, they operate in the form of dark kitchens. Apart from that, the other aggregators, there are a bunch of aggregators who actually allow other restaurants to set up smaller kitchens in these areas.
Sure.
And in one dark kitchen, there can be like maybe 20 to 30 odd restaurant running small little kitchen, which could be just delivery or a takeaway option. They do not need to have any dine out or any such facility. So it's a much less capex intensive sort of a structure there. So what has started to happen is that these standalone, these small boutique restaurants are facing huge competition from these dark kitchens, which are under the umbrella of the aggregators. So that is also a big concern that the restaurants are facing as of now.
Absolutely. And you must have spoken to also Zomato or the likes of Dine Out as well. What do they have to really say about the whole development?
So, well, Sakshi, Zomato has said that in case if a restaurant wants to exit, they'll have to give a 45 days notice, which is what perhaps the deal states. And Dine Out has actually categorically stated that they are not in the favor of deep discounting themselves. And I'll sort of read out to you what Dine Out has said is that they're closely working with all its restaurant partners and National Restaurant Association of India to build not only a more viable consumer-facing platform where diners can discover the right restaurants and offer around them, but also to understand the restaurant's technological needs and to solve the same with the multiple B2B modules that we offer to optimize the revenues and cost better in a manner which is like fruitful for all.
Right.
And Dine Out has gone ahead to say that, you know, while we do offer discounts, there is a consumption of discount by consumers. Restaurants feel free to sort of tweak the discounts the way they think it's beneficial for them.
Absolutely. They can have the blackout timings as well, and they can actually customize the kind of offers that they give at which period of time as well. Thanks a lot, Priyanka, for sharing all these details with us. Well, what looks quite uncertain is that how long will these deep discounts really exist on your favorite restaurants? So if you really want to grab them now, because we will just have to wait for the development to go on from here, and we will have to wait and watch out to see how this really proceeds. I'm also told that many of these companies are also approaching the CCI, the Competition Commission of India as well.
Yes.
So we may be able to also see probably some bit of government intervention also in the days to come. You know, we cannot rule out that as well. But for now, thanks a lot for watching this edition of Reporter's Take, and do stay logged on to moneycontrol.com for more news and updates. Thanks for watching.